Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live, presented by JR Sports Bar and Grill SNS. Discount Tire, Brett Pritchard and Luke Robinson with you for another hour and a half tonight. We'll take your calls in the next segment, but at this time we want to go to the Dane Sharp Attorney at Law Hotline and welcome in a good friend of ours. Been on this show numerous times, UAB football player Cameron Blankenship. Cameron, thanks so much for taking some time this afternoon and tonight to be on our program.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Well, it's not the best of circumstances that we have you on tonight. The other time's been a lot more enjoyable that we hear the terrible news of UAB football shutting down today. It was something that we'd feared for a while. We'd heard speculation, we'd heard rumors, maybe for several years. Something that you guys have had to live with, and something, frankly, that you've been able to turn off and focus on playing football in a great year for y'all. Let's first start there. 6-6 season. You guys accomplished something that the other teams at UAB's never been able to do. You get to a bowl game or a potential bowl invite. Bill Clark in his first year, I feel like, has done a tremendous job. He is a story across the country and what he's been able to do with you guys. And just kind of recap the year real quick, Cameron.
Well, I think everybody counted us out at the beginning of the year, leading into the year. Everybody expected just another mediocre UAB team like there has been in the past. And coming in, Coach Clark told us, he said, nobody's going to believe in you outside of this program, outside of this fan base. But, there's only one thing we can do, and that's just show people. And started the year, beating Troy 48-10. It's always good to beat them, and just kind of moved on through the season. Lost a couple heartbreakers there, won a few, close games. I thought our level of play definitely went up from last year to this year, and probably 1st of November we started hearing rumors about, if they were going to shut us down or not, and we were convinced that they were rumors. I know I told plenty of people not to worry about it. This was just going to pass, and slowly but surely we started getting more news about it and more news about it, and it was really hard for us to stay focused on football, hearing everything outside. And but Coach Clark told us, he said, believe in yourself. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We've got to do what we can control. And we went out, had a 6-6 season, probably lost a few games that we should have won, just for lack thereof, and really just had a great season. The team, I feel like the team definitely came more together this year than any other year that I've been here. Coach Clark, this was a true family. I have 105 brothers that I go to war with every day. And now it's all been taken away from me. So,
Cameron, I know it's a difficult day for you. What stage are you in right now? Are you disbelief? Are you grieving? Are you angry? And if so, where are you directing most of that, or where is the team directing most of that anger?
I think we're pretty much just in probably all three. I know a lot of people are still in disbelief that it happened, and a lot of people are angry. But at the same time, that we know that this is our fate. We've got to accept it. Nobody wanted to see it happen, and especially us. But and we're losing so many close relationships. But at the same time, there's always something good's got to come out of it. Everything happens for a reason. I believe that, and we're just gonna take it day by day and just see what happens next.
Cameron, and we've got Cameron Blankenship, offensive lineman for the UAB Blazers, on the phone with us here on the Dane Sharp Attorney at Law Hotline. Cameron, what drove the bus on this decision? What were you guys told? Because there's so much speculation out there. Luke and I have talked about things, and we don't have any factual backing to any of it really, but all we've heard is hearsay. What have you guys been told by the administration? Has the administration told you guys anything, for that matter, on what drove the bus on this decision?
We had a meeting with Coach Clark and President Watts today at 2 o'clock, and he kept going back to the number figures, the dollar signs, that everything didn't seem to add up. But Justin Kraft, who I know y'all had on the show a couple weeks back, he called him out on it, and about the money situation. So many people have pledged money to us. So many people have, wanting to give millions of dollars to us, and to cover, the debts that would cost for football. And ultimately, he said President Watt says it's a numbers thing, but I know a lot of other people believe otherwise. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to say what I believe, just because I'm sure there's some people listening that probably wouldn't want to hear what I'd say about it, and I'm not going to say it, but it's just a real bad situation for us all. He didn't really give us a straight answer as far as just besides the numbers. When we asked questions, he reverted back to, that we didn't know what we were talking about, and just kind of slapping the face to us. So we were all really disappointed, and there were a lot of tears shed and a lot of things that it's just a bad situation.
Cameron, again, I know how difficult this must be for you, and no matter how people feel about UAB as a program, if they knew you and knew some of the other kids involved with the football team, I think that they would certainly have a lot of empathy towards you right now. And I know this may not be the easiest thing for you to talk about in terms of, have you guys decided on a bowl game? I know as of the beginning of this show that there hadn't been a decision made. The last I'd heard, you guys were going to have a team vote about whether or not you wanted to go to a bowl game. And secondly, can you talk a little bit about the possibility of transfers for you guys? Are you immediately eligible at other places, and will you look at other places?
Well, as far as the bowl game goes, that opportunity is still there. We're not, in a couple of scenarios, has to work out this weekend for us to be put in one. They told us, but I forgot what they are. But obviously, it's mixed emotions as far as going to a bowl, because, you want to stick it to the president, you want to stick it to the board of trustees at the same time. Just trying to move on and, just start the healing process. I do plan to transfer. It being my senior season next year, I do want to play. They told us today that we'll be immediately eligible to play next year right away. So I do plan to transfer. I'm not sure where yet. I'm still weighing in my options. But it's something that I feel like football's been a big part of my life for so long, and for me to sit out my final year, I don't think I can live with myself for the rest of my life.
Well, Cameron, I think everybody can understand that feeling. I really do. First of all, not many of us even have the opportunity to go on and play college football, and when you do, and you've given your heart and soul to that program, to have it taken away from you heading into your senior year, I know that's a tough pill to swallow. But as you said earlier, and I believe the same thing that you believe, that things happen for a reason, that God has paths for all of us, and I know you personally, so I know wherever it is that you land, that you'll move on to be successful. But I know a big part of you will be left behind with this UAB program. So, Cameron, again, it's a tough night. I didn't go to UAB. Luke didn't go to UAB. But we feel for you. We feel for the program. We feel for the situation. And it's never easy. I don't think it's easy on anybody. I do think it is very informative, I guess is the word I'm looking for, that you mentioned that Justin was there today at that meeting, and he came up with some figures to discredit what the president said, and maybe there was more to it out there, and a lot of people feel that way. I'm not saying that we do or whoever, but there's a lot of people out there that feel like there's more to it than just what is being told to you guys and all. But hopefully over the next week or so, or maybe month or so, we get some more hard facts on this situation. But for now, our thoughts and prayers go out to all you guys, and we appreciate you taking time out to be on this program, and good luck wherever you land, Cameron.
Thank you, and I just want to say I appreciate all y'all's support. And I know that everybody back home, they've been rooting for me since I got here, and I just really want to send just a big thank you out to everybody listening tonight that cares about me and cares about my well-being, and I really appreciate all y'all.
Cameron,
Thank you, Cameron.
We appreciate it, Cameron. Have a good night, okay?
Yes, sir, you too.
Thank you so much. It's Cameron Blankenship.
You can't do anything but just feel terrible. And again,
if that were my kid, and
I'd be sick.
It doesn't matter. Look, take these two helmets off the table. It doesn't matter. We know what the programs are in this state. We know that Alabama and Auburn are the two prominent programs in the state that get the media attention. They have the biggest programs. So what? There's a lot of people out there that care about Troy. There's a lot of people out there that care about South Alabama. If my son goes on and plays football and he gets offered at UNA and it's his will that he wants to play college football at University of North Alabama, I've never been a UNA fan, Luke, but all of a sudden I'll be a UNA fan. There's a lot of Alabama and Auburn fans that pull for UAB because they have a child or they have a family member, some tie to that. Justin Kraft being one of them. Your life takes different turns and directions. So it's hard not to feel bad for them.
It's a shame. In the end, it may be a necessity. Financially, it just may be a necessity, and it's terrible in the sense that we know a guy like Cameron Blankenship.
Yeah.
We know what kind of character kid he is. But here's the thing: if you do have faith and you do believe in things. See, I'm not worried about Cameron Blankenship. I hurt for him right now, but I'm not worried about that guy. Mm-hmm. That guy's going to be successful if he goes wherever. If he transfers, doesn't matter.
Somebody will be getting a good football player.
Somebody's getting a heck of a football player. So, but there's some other kids that may not be able to transfer.
That's right.
And again, it's a shame. But, Brett, we've seen high school teams have to give up the sport. It's a part of it. Sometimes you take a chance, and if, again, I go back to, I tell you what, I'll save anything else for later. Okay. It's not the time.
All right, sounds good. Stay tuned. More Sports Blitz Live presented by JR's and SNS Discount Tire right after this.